Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 LT Special Olympics End of Year Celebration. Our usual Special Olympics sports and events were affected, like everything else, by the pandemic. However, we were able to have an abbreviated season this spring. Because of this, we have many reasons to celebrate. To start this evening's festivities, I would like to introduce Mr. Paul Norton, our Superintendent of Schools. Although your first Special Olympics celebration is a virtual one, Mr. Norton, we look forward to future celebrations in person, where you will see firsthand the energy and joy that comes from our getting together. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Norton.
Thank you, Ms. Saunders, and such an honor to be here tonight. And I am with you. I am ready for all of us to be back together and enjoy a celebration together as a group and honor these incredible student athletes for all the hard work that they've put in this year. And as you said, we all know this year is different and unique, but we can't wait until next year when hopefully we can be back on a more normal schedule and definitely a more enjoyable celebration in person. So thank you, Ms. Otters, for all your work on the program tonight and everything all year long. It's such a neat opportunity to celebrate our students. And so thank you for all of your hard work to make this possible. But we are here tonight to celebrate the student athletes. It's been an incredible year, a year full of challenges, but also a year full of opportunity. And to see that we were able to have some competitions this year and track and everything else, the bicycling and everything else that happened this year. I probably should have done a lot more of that myself this year. So kudos to you guys for stepping up and working hard. So proud of the student athletes for getting out in tough times and still competing and representing the Cavs so well. So students, we are so proud of each and every one of you and everything that you've done this year. And again, we can't wait to see the great things that you will do next year. And also a huge thank you to our volunteers, even though volunteers were a little bit different this year because it was just district employees. The way that our volunteers stepped up and volunteered and helped our athletes perform and practice and be out on the field as the video showed in good weather and in bad. It was great to have those volunteers come and work with our students. And hopefully next year we'll be able to honor and recognize them in person as well. So thank you to all the volunteers that are on the call tonight, because I know there's so many of you. And of course, our parents, thank you so much for all that you've done to help us get through this year. It has been a year like none other. And so we surely appreciate all of our parents, the partnerships that we've had with you to ensure the success of your students and the partnership that we have. And we look forward to doing that for many, many years to come. So thank you to the students, to the volunteers, to the parents, everything that you have done to make this year successful. And as we're winding down this year and getting in the midst of lots of different celebrations, it is such an honor to be able to be here tonight and recognize you, our Special Olympics student athletes, for everything that you've done this year. And on behalf of myself, the administrators in the school district, campus administrators in the school district, and our board of trustees, we thank you for everything that you've done this year. Thank you for making this year special. When so many people gave up, the Cavs didn't. You kept fighting. You had a great season, and we look forward to many, many more successes in the years ahead. So I know we're looking forward to a great celebration tonight. And so, Ms. Saunders, I will turn it back over to you. And thank you again for everybody being here tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Norton. I appreciate your words, especially about how this has been a great opportunity for our athletes. And I think the next slide will be an example of that. Oh, no. Actually, there, opening remarks. I'm not going to make you repeat everything. Okay, so the Pledge of Allegiance will be said by our own Special Olympics athlete, Austin Spates. So if everyone will please rise with me. And Austin will say the pledge for us. And you may need to turn up your volume.
The flag of the United States of America and the Republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty Review and treasure. Oh! Yeah.
Thank you, Austin. Everyone may be seated. And just a reminder, because technology is sometimes technology, if I'm playing a video, you might want to turn your volume up, but be sure to turn it back down so I do not blast your ears. So thank you, Austin and the Spate family for that. That was awesome. And something that may not have happened if it was in person. So I love that we now have the idea of we can record some of our students as well. Okay, so Amelia Holmertz is going to recite the Special Olympics athlete oath.
Go. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
Thank you,
Go.
Amelia. You are leading with heart. Thank you. So, the importance of exercise and socialization was never more apparent than during this last year. Because of this, we decided to have virtual exercise classes, followed by some social time starting in March and running until last week. When the Special Olympics State Office allowed for return to practice, our delegation was able to meet for in-person track and cycling practices. Our seasons might have been brief, but they were much needed and appreciated by athletes and their families. Now, you might know her from bowling, but Coach Russo stepped up as our track coach this year. And to talk about her season, here is Coach Russo.
Hey guys, it's Coach Russo. Just wanted to send a video out saying how proud I am of all the athletes who came out for Special Olympics and track. I saw a lot of great improvements and javelins flying and people long jumping. So thanks for coming out, and y'all all did a super awesome job. Go Cavs!
Thank you, Coach. And thank you, Coach Russo. I really appreciate your dedication to our athletes and just stepping up as our track coach. And now, Coach Frank Asorgi will talk about his cycling season.
Hello. So once again, I got to coach cycling this year. It was a blast. Even in the rain, we had 6 to 10 cyclers out every week, putting in some monster lap numbers with some great speed. So we were definitely prepared if there was a tournament this year. So we did miss it. But great job, guys. You rocked it. You were super awesome. Thank you for all the volunteers that helped. Much appreciated. And next year, watch out, because we're bringing the pedal to the metal and we're going to win some gold. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Asorgi. So he is a very dedicated coach because he not only coached our cycling, but he also participated in our virtual exercise class, leading our athletes or participants in some exercises. So I'm actually going to let him talk about that.
So this year on Wednesdays, we did some social/workout sessions. They were pretty fun. We got to incorporate some yoga, some dance lessons, some boxing, maybe too much boxing, but we had a lot of fun. We had the screen filled with kids who were just rocking it out there. So we had a great time and definitely look forward to maybe doing some of those events in the future, keeping everybody in shape. So thanks for having me as a participant, and it was super fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach. I believe I can speak for Ms. Rule and myself that you summed that up nicely. We do hope to have some more of those online exercise classes in between seasons, because it really was awesome to, we all got a good workout. I think all of us were sore the next day. So one of my favorite things about the Lake Travis Special Olympics delegation is the volunteers. We have community members and we have Lake Travis High School students, in addition to employees from the district. But when the okay was given to start practicing in person, we had to make the difficult decision of limiting our volunteers to only Lake Travis ISD employees. But I will say, these teachers and related service providers and administrators from our schools really stepped up and filled the role, whether it was being a one-on-one assistant, running a station at track, or reminding athletes to slow down at the downhill part of our cycling track. We owe a debt of gratitude to these volunteers. And how wonderful it was for our athletes to see school staff outside of school, and for our staff to get to see the amazing accomplishments of our athletes. And now for the stars of the evening. We had a total of 21 athletes participating in track, cycling, and online exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2021 Lake Travis Special Olympics athletes. Carter Anderson. Carter participated in our track season, running faster than he ever has and wowing us with his javelin throw. I'm pretty sure he could rival Baker Mayfield any day. Mason Benegee, track and field. Mason is a returning athlete who has made many personal gains. He is throwing farther and getting the job done. We can't wait to see what you do next year, Mason. Gracie Crook, cycling. Gracie is no stranger to our cycling track, but she certainly completed more laps per practice than ever before. We look forward to what you'll do next year, Gracie. I just hope that we can keep up with you. Reno Dees. Reno is a seasoned athlete, but this was his first year participating in cycling. Thank you, Reno, for trying new things and for keeping us on track by reminding us the number of practices left in each season. Mason Gutierrez, track and field. Mason is a new athlete, but you wouldn't know that by looking at him on the field. He is a natural out there. I can't wait to see you represent LT in competitions, Mason. Sheridan Gordon, track and field and cycling. Don't let Sheridan's quiet nature fool you. She is a hardworking athlete that knows what needs to be done and does it. Thank you, Sheridan, for the effort you put in to Special Olympics. Jack Halford, virtual exercise class. Jack may be new to our district, but Special Olympics is not new to him. He keeps us laughing in our online exercise class and even taught us some karate moves. Thanks for keeping us smiling, Jack. Travis Hottie, cycling. Travis is a busy young man with many activities in his senior year of high school. So thank you, Travis, for taking the time to participate in cycling this year. You always bring a great attitude. Oops. Sorry, wrong direction. Amelia Holmertz, virtual exercise class, cycling, and track and field. Amelia not only participated in everything that we had to offer, but she did not miss a single session. Your dedication is amazing, Amelia. Valentina Johnson, virtual exercise class. Valentina joined us online and kept us smiling with her infectious smile and great attitude. Thank you, Val. Andrew Jones, another athlete who gets the job done. Andrew worked hard and only stopped for water breaks before he was back on the track doing his laps. Thank you for your dedication, Andrew. Reagan Lohman. Reagan has been an athlete for many years, and while she knows how to focus on the task at hand, she also keeps us laughing with her very unique Barry Reagan sense of humor. Tiffany Mayer-Spivey, track and field. Tiffany is also a seasoned athlete who will be graduating this year. A year away from practices didn't keep her from remembering proper form when throwing a javelin and shot put. We will be hearing more from Tiffany a little bit later. Luke Mueller, track and field. Luke is another athlete who only stopped when it was a water break or practice was over. You're rocking it, Luke. Reagan O'Grady, track and field and cycling. Reagan is a very committed athlete who always got in more cycling laps than she thought she could. We see your hard work, Reagan, and we know you will continue to amaze us. Caden Plachey, track and field. Caden exemplifies cool, but he also brings his A game to practices. He works hard and knows how to lead by example. Thank you, Caden. Austin Spate, virtual exercise class, track and field, and cycling. Austin participated in both sports and our online class. An avid high fiver, Austin reminded us that elbow bumps are safer for social distancing. Thank you for always bringing joy no matter what is going on in the world. Torrance Spence, cycling. Torrance always brings a big smile and great attitude to practices. Thank you for your joyful spirit and your commitment to cycling. Mark Theodore. Mark will make you laugh, but he also gets the work done. We have seen him grow over the years and know he's only going to do greater things. And as it turns out, today is Mark's birthday. So happy birthday, Mark. Jason Walden, track and field and cycling. Jason demonstrated great generosity this year. When another athlete was hesitant to run, Jason offered to run with her. Thank you for your kindness, Jason. Emilio Yazdani, cycling. Emilio is new to our team. He took his cycling seriously, but still appeared to have fun. We're glad to have you on the team, Emilio. And now our graduating athlete, Tiffany Myers-Spivey, will be telling us about her time in Special Olympics. And again, because of videos, you might want to turn the volume up.
Action. Hi, I am Tiffany. I am graduating this year from Travis ISD Plus. I've been an athlete in Special Olympics since kindergarten and at elementary. My favorite sports are basketball, track and field, and bowling. I've won many gold, silver, and bronze medals. I've been the best for Special Olympics, being part of an amazing team, and having the best coaches. My speech, Love You Win, and if I cannot win, never give me any attempts, has taught me to never give up. Always keep trying, keep practicing, and do your best. Thank you for the time to spend together. Always keep dreaming and don't stop believing. Have a great night.
Thank you, Tiffany, for that reminder to don't stop believing. And thank you for that great shout out to your coaches. You have had a long career with us, and we're appreciative of you being with us, and you will be missed, but we better see you at competitions. Okay, I just want to take a moment to thank you, parents. Obviously, we need athletes for our delegation, but the athletes need somebody to drive them, somebody to fill out all the paperwork, especially during COVID times. So thank you. You guys did. I'm pretty sure that when I put out the all call for who was interested in participating to see if we could have an in-person practices, I think we already had 30 people by the time, 5 minutes later. You guys are so dedicated and you were so ready for your kids to get back into the swing of things. So thank you. And also thank you for entrusting us. It is a time like no other, and we obviously wanted to stay safe. And thank you for trusting us to do that. And I think we did a great job of that because of your hard work and your athletes' hard work. So thank you. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. And now I am going to give it over to Dr. Laura Abbott, our Director of Special Services, who will be giving us our closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sodders, Coach Sodders. You're always so wonderful about thanking everyone. We also want to stop and make sure we take time to thank you. So every year for your organization, for rounding everyone up, keeping things on time, for bringing everyone together. And I know there was a lot of outside of the box thinking and other things and behind the scenes to make this possible this year. So we've done our ahead of time delivery for you behind you on behalf of all of the athletes and families to thank you for all the extra time and all of your heart that you put into everything you do for Special Olympics. So thank you very much. Everyone take a moment to do our virtual clapping for Coach Sodders.
I'm kind of glad I can't see it because then I can't get embarrassed.
Yes. And I also just wanted to stop a moment and just say about a quote that great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. And we did a lot of learning and trying and not stopping this year. So we are so very grateful for all of the new we had this year, the new virtual exercise class, and working on that when that was kind of our only avenue for a while. For also some new and learning. Reno, way to go, trying a new sport. Hope to see you continue that next year. Having new athletes come out and join us and continue with their learning. Mason G and Emilio, we welcome you to this group. For Jack being new to our district, thank you for choosing us. And then for all of our new volunteers, as everyone has so eloquently stated before me, it wouldn't have happened without you. And thank you so very much for leaving your classroom duties and your other duties to come out after hours and help out with that. So Mr. Norton was definitely correct in talking about there's a lot of great opportunity and we do have a lot to celebrate. So thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'd also like to take a moment to thank Girl Scout Troop 2124 for the goodie bags that they made. They usually do that after every season. But this year, with things being different, they still came through for our athletes. And so everybody should have received that. Thank you to HEB for the cookies that they donated, also for our goodie bags. To the Hottie family, thank you so much for yet again letting us use your trailer so we could store our bikes at the EDC. It's so appreciated. I think maybe more than you'll ever know, but and for you guys, it just seems like, yeah, of course we'll do that. So I appreciate that. Nikki J. Moreno, thank you from LTISD Special Services. You always raise the bar, and I don't know how we're going to raise it again next year, but I know you'll find a way. And I have thrown a lot of things at you. It felt like at the last minute, but you always had such a great attitude. And if it bothered you, you never showed it. You just always are so wonderful to work with. So thank you. And the personalized water bottles were a big hit and they just looked great. So thank you so much. Michael Drinkwater from our athletic department. thank you as always for, especially because this year it was very last minute, of getting us a place to practice and making sure that we had that time and that space over at Hudson Bend. So thank you very much. And also thank you for the donation of a shirt and cap, LT shirt and cap for Tiffany. So she'll have something to remember us by. It was a beautiful gift. So thank you very much for that donation. And for Katie Kaufman, also, I feel like last minute, I was grabbing her to try to, can we do this? Can we do that? And as always, she came through. So thank you, Katie, from our development and corporate relations, for just always, again, coming through and with a great attitude. So it really, it takes a village. I think it takes a district and all the pieces working together. And thank you so much, everyone, for everything. And so actually with that, I'm going to say good night, and we will see you next year. We're hoping for good things next year, and maybe a little bit back to the way things were for in-person practices. So I hope everyone has a good night, and thank you.